back to the channel. You see the thumbnail. Let's get into the rod. So first thing first, I'd like to say is thank you to everybody in the comment section on my Arsenal video. If you have not watched it yet, check it out. One of my favorite videos to do all year. And I talked about buying a destroyer, Megabass Destroyer. High-end rod, 500 bucks. I mean, I guess not really high-end. I mean, they're still high-end. Yeah, they're still definitely high-end. But, you know, it's $500 plus tax for a rod. So I kind of kicked around what I was going to buy and blah, 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 blah. Well, at Hamilton, you know, told you guys I've been working there part-time now and all that. And a guy brought in some Megabass rods in for trade. And I was kind of souping through them. And really didn't find anything I liked. There was one like JDM rod, and it was like a deep crank rod. But I was like, man, I don't really want to pay 200 bucks for a deep crank rod. I don't use it enough. Well, I wasn't paying attention. Well, a couple weeks go by, and me and Justin are sitting there talking, and we're just talking tackle, just having fun. I enjoy it so much. And he was like, "Oh, did you see we have some destroyers?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, one dude brought it in." He was like, "No, did you see which destroyer came in?" And it was a rod I was been thinking about. Can't remember. I think when you guys recommended it, can't remember, but it was there, and it is the Super Destroyer. So if you don't know Megabass, like I don't, I'm still kind of learning. This is technically labeled an F6-69X. So F6 is power, 6 power. I think that's like heavy, I think, if I'm right. And then 6.9 is the length. Not 69 inches, 6 foot 9 inches. So the Super Destroyer is a heavy rod, medium fast. 1/4 to 1 1/4 is the length as the power, and then 12 to 25 pound line. So it's a short rod, 6.9. So I'm thinking jigs or like a mag draft rod. So Justin says flipping, pitching a rod, a little pitching a rod, blah 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 blah. So I looked up, and honestly, I want to give a shout out. He don't have no idea who I am, but Punch, he did a review on this rod, and he actually had video footage of this rod in action. So that action, I'll try to find that video and post it below. But that video, you know, he kind of tails off a lot, rambles like I do. So I really do enjoy watching Punch's videos. But he showed the action of the rod on a fish catch. And it kind of just sold me on the rod, because my first thought is heavy, a short, heavy rod. This thing is going to be an absolute broomstick. And it's just going to bend right here, and that's it. And that video, he's throwing a 3/8 jig, hooks into like a maybe 2.5 pounder. And this whole rod here is just bent over from like tip section down to like this guy. This hole is just bent over. So that sold me on. I can throw a jig, pitch in the cover, swing for the fences. I still have a pretty stiff backbone, but I got a soft tip, soft mid to early and tip section that the fish not gonna throw it. There's a lot of rod here still loaded that they now have to try to unload to get a jig out. And that's pretty much what everyone was saying. 3/8 half-ounce jigs, 3/8 half-ounce Texas rigs. I'm also thinking swim jigs on this thing. I heard a couple people talk about that. Hooked Up Tackle talked about swim jigs. So I'm super pumped. My only con with the rod, honestly, is the handle so far. I haven't fished it yet, but everyone says this like carbon fiber that has epoxy on it is very slippery. It can be slippery. So that's probably the only con. But except that, comfort-wise, this thing is super solid. It's bad. So anyway, so the reason I got it was because it was in our use department, use section, and then, you know, we get employee discounts and stuff. So I traded some rods in. So I pretty much paid $0 for this rod after my trade-ins and all that. And when I paid for it used, I think we had this thing down to 409. I think is what it was, or 400 bucks plus my discount, plus I paid no dollars. So gave it. So excuse me. So you wonder what reel's on there? Well, you can kind of guess what rods I did turn in. This is my Elite 100, so I did turn in or sold my Diablo Spec R, and that's because I heard the new Levantes, they're bringing a Diablo Spec R in that series, or continuing it. So I'm really excited to try to sell it and then probably go in those new Levantes when they finally come out later this year. But yeah, this thing is bad to the bone. Still, I think the next one, I do want to get another one. And it's going to probably be the Dark Sleeper rod. 12-pound fluoro on that, and just kind of be a dual finesser type rod, because 12-pound fluoro, I can throw swim baits, Dark Sleepers on it. I can throw Texas rigs. I can throw spinner baits on that. I can throw chatter baits on a 12-pound on that Dark Sleeper rod. So I think that's what I'm gonna get next. But at the time, maybe I find another used rod, Megabass rod, or who knows? Maybe I get a trade offer. That's some other destroyer. But at this time, this is my destroyer for now. I am pumped. Like I said, this thing is awesome. Oh, I forgot to talk about the balance point of this thing. So I got a jig tied on, so it's gonna mess up my balance point a little bit. A little forward. Right at the reel nut is my balance point. And I swapped this with a Zillion. We have a Zillion HD used. I put a normal tool on here. I put a bunch of different reels, and this thing is just balancing right here. So it's, and once again, just so good looking. I mean, look at that. It just looks perfect. So can't we get this on the water and absolutely crush 12-inch bass on this thing. But I'm gonna have the baddest 12-inch fish crushing destroyer combo on the planet. So very nice, very excited to get this out in the water. Hopefully there's some fish clips, hopefully about to put in right here, hopefully. I can see bluegill. Got him. Got him. Nothing like catching a 12-inch bass on $500 rods. I know I ramble a little bit, but just real excited. I know it's just kind of crazy still to get one, to have the opportunity, because they are such expensive rods. So being able to get one used with discounts and all that, and putting rod trades in, paying no money for it, so it is really nice. I've had other trade-ins in the past. I could have bought a destroyer, but I bought other things. But I just want to make sure everyone knows, because I want people to know this is not turning into a destroyer channel. It's not going to turn into an RX channel, GLX channel. I literally do have, they should be here by the time you see this video, 2 more level rods coming in. One of the rakes and another one in GX. And I plan on ordering another level rod in a couple weeks. So I got 3 level rods coming in still. So this is not changing. I'm not going to be a high-end guy. I will want high-end rods just to try them, give you guys input on high-end stuff, especially with Megabass. We're so big at Megabass with Hamilton bait. But I want to make sure I just want to see how it is. Everyone thinks about it. So I have the opportunity to give myself a chance to get me some of these high-end rods. So I'm pumped, super pumped. It's going to be a bad rod. So if anyone else has any recommendations on Megabass rods, like I said, I'm probably gonna get a Dark Sleeper on the Destroyer series. Anyone else has ideas or options or input, I'm down for it. I'm cool with it, all inputs. So you can put those down in the comment section and I'll read them at a later date. But if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.